It's Hayden with the Dig or Die YouTube channel. Today we are on a sand filter pond. So we're converting this pond from a temporary pond. Whenever they put the neighborhood in, they dig these ponds. They dig them to catch all the sediment from all of these houses being built. Then when the section of subdivision gets finished, then we come back, clean the muck out, and convert it to a permanent pond. It's gonna have sod on it. It's gonna look just like a yard, except it's just gonna be a hole. It's a sand filter. So what that means is, in the middle where the excavator is, there's gonna be a 3-foot deep hole with rock, sand, and pipe in it, that whenever runoff comes in, filters through there. There's a 6-inch pipe going out and cleans the water, and it sends it back out to the creek. So today I'm going to be up here with this excavator grading this kind of cove right here. There's a pipe coming in there, of course, that pipe, and I'm going to be getting the toe of the slope cut out and the bottom. I have to cut the bottom out about 1 foot in this whole area to make a dissipator pad with riprap. So that's what I'm going to work on today. You guys come along. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, I know it's probably hard to hear me. Let me get tracked over here. Oh, this is such a mess. It's just, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like I'm talking bad about Grant and Clayton. They've done fine. It's just with this water, with this water running constantly, the water just seeps out of the bottom of these slopes, and it just makes it a nightmare. There's nothing you can do about it. So this dirt sucks. The dirt we put in is good, but when it gets wet, you can't help that. You can't help but it, whatever. So what I'm doing is, you can see, well, you could have seen, that is the toe of our slope right there. I think we're gonna have to take this flared in section off and take that, take one stick of pipe off and set this flared in back. So really all I'm doing is, you see there's a pipe, there's another pipe right here. It's actually got water in it. Surprise, surprise. And I'm gonna cut back to it. Trying to keep this dirt decent so we can use it to build that slope out over there. But that's kind of hard to do. So yeah, you guys just sit back and enjoy not having to do this on your own. Y'all just get to watch me do this mess, and y'all don't have to deal with it. I kind of like this kind of work. I'm gonna shut the windshield. I kind of like this kind of work. I really hate making a mess, and so it takes a lot for me to get motivated to get started, because it's just such a mess, you make. But once you get started good, and especially with this machine and this bucket, I mean, I like running a dozer, I like running the loader, even a skid steer every now and then, but I could run this thing every day. Or I mean, even like a 320. If we had a tilt bucket for one of our big excavators, that would be awesome. This thing, like, oh, it makes it look so good. and it's so satisfying when you're grading something with it. But yeah, this kind of work's fun. It's a challenge, you know. Like this water, you can't grade it with anything else but this, and you have to get it so perfect. I don't know. It's, you know, it's not saying, I'm not trying to like talk myself up or anything, but a lot of jobs, you know, I've been doing this for, I want to say I've been doing this for, what am I, 29? So I started running equipment full time when I was 16. No, I didn't drop out of high school. I actually was homeschooled and graduated early. So I graduated a couple years early because me, my mom, and my dad all knew that this is what I was going to do, no matter if I had a PhD, you know, in astrophysics, or if I had a fourth grade degree. I was always going to run equipment. So we just got finished early, and I got started, like I say, when I was 16. So I've been doing this you know, trying to make a long story short, I've been doing this 13 years, full time, and it gets very monotonous, you know. And like I say, this is not me trying to brag or anything, but most tasks are easy. You know, dig this hole, or load a truck, or push off a pile or something, grade a house pad. You know, you've been doing it almost 15 years. It becomes kind of pretty easy. And, you know, I kind of get tired with that work. I think, you know, you know, getting to move a lot of dirt, this is going to be fun. And then I lose interest in it because it's just straightforward and easy. This kind of stuff where you're trying to make water drain with 0.5% of grade, 0.5% of fall, or, you know, you're working in the water. I've had ponds where the excavator tracks are like, the water's halfway up the tracks on the excavator. Not on this one, on a 210 size machine there, like a 320 cat. And you're like, oh my gosh, this sucks, you know. Oh, I don't know how we're gonna do this. And then you end up getting it done, and it's like, man, that was tough. That actually took, like, you know, it actually took me trying, like, having to think about what I'm doing and what I'm gonna do next, and, you know, trying to plan and figure out how to do it to get it done. You know, like I say, if you're just pushing off a pad, you know, if I'm grading the pad, as long as I'm not fine-tuning and if I'm putting it in lifts, I can watch YouTube videos and run a dozer at the same time, you know. It doesn't really take much effort to do that. But this stuff, you can't have any distractions. You have to start, or you have to focus in and, you know, use all of your talent to get it accomplished in a timely fashion and done right. So it's kind of fun. It's not for everybody, but it's for me. I know that. The ponds, like I say, even just coming out to this job, I knew what it was. I knew it was wet and just, you know, just water seeping and bad dirt. It's just a challenge, and I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. I was on a pond mucking it out, you know. It's a straightforward procedure. I was like, yeah, it'd be nice to just stay over here and do that, not have to worry about this over here. But when it comes down to it, if I don't use my skill, why do I even have it, you know? So So there's my spiel about, I haven't, you know, I used to talk a lot in the excavator when I was running it a lot, but lately I've been doing a lot of, on these ponds you do a lot of different stuff. And, you know, I've been trying to get different angles and stuff, and I would like to get a microphone, you know, like a DJI mic or something like that. But I need a new camera for that, and that's coming sometime. I don't know when, but I kind of miss just talking a little bit about my life and how we do stuff and stuff like that, because I feel like people don't really, I don't really interact, you know. I do the work, but I don't really talk a lot about personal stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment there. A little bit of history about me, not much, but you know, I am, I'll just keep going, who cares, you know. This might be an hour long, I really don't know. But I'm a third generation equipment operator. My grandpa, my dad's dad, he ran pans and dozers and big stuff like that he worked for a county landfill, and they ran a bunch of big equipment like that. And my dad worked there when he was young, and you know, ran some stuff and then went on to work somewhere else for 30, worked there for almost 30 years, 28, 29, 30 years.
Philippians 4:4-7 says, Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say rejoice. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Okay, so you can see here, we have, you know, I graded this to grade and then cut it out about a foot deeper. This pipe, for some reason on the plan, it shows this pipe coming out into the pond. What I thought to do was pull this 8-foot section out in right here and then move the flared end back here, but it actually shows on the plan for it to stick out in the pond like this for some reason. So Grant's putting riprap in, and I've got started right here with getting this on grade.